Hello, welcome back to Battle Brothers. I'm Jade Star,
I'm still Olish.
and we're out here at the Goblin City of Null Sharax.
Fun fact, Bill Sharax is the goblin word for jockstrap.
I'm sure you're making that up.
I totally made that up.
Okay. It's like before the video, you're like, I don't know, maybe you were looking up Goblish Translator on Google or something. It's like, hold on, I gotta adjust my Null Sharax, if you know what you know, that works. Null Sharax really does sound like a good euphemism for bollocks.
Right?
Yeah.
3 goblins with nets. What was that? 5 ambushers.
Yeah. Although, wait. I actually think Sharax is a good euphemism for bollocks. If you have Null Sharax, you probably got a problem, you know? You gotta have some Sharax.
Oh, Sharax sounds like a disease.
Yeah, it's when you don't have any Sharax, and that's just not good.
The Sharax are just nulling off.
So, everybody hates goblins. These guys are dicks. I haven't even pressed a button yet, and Flamester's blocked like 6 things with the shield. I'm getting lucky.
Yeah, that one goblin back there threw 2 nets, both were blocked, and there's still another net in his hands.
You mean bolos?
Right, I mean, same thing.
What are spiky little...
purposes.
No, still no.
No?
Bolos just do damage.
Oh.
They're just goblin throwing weapons. The nets actually entanglement are the exact same as like the ones we can get at, which are just fishing nets.
Yeah. No, I thought that's what he was doing. He was just chucking a load of nets at you.
No, bolos. Nets are instantaneous and don't miss.
Oh, they can't miss at all.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck goblins even more, because they don't have to pay for their nets.
Yeah, right.
I love the goblins with their ghillie suits.
It's a great design. It's so dumb. And they're so annoying, but it fits. Slightly less on a mountain
Big
side.
ass noses.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was that one goblin hiding in the single bush.
I see, this is only our second fight with goblins, so goblins are annoying to deal with. They're very maneuvery. They like to try to find places where they can shoot you and you can't really get to them. I think somehow we escaped the first fight without getting poisoned. So we'll definitely get to that when it happens. But they're also...
It will happen.
Yeah, they're very evasive. Even the little basic skirmishers are kind of shitty. Their shields are a little shitty. But they're really hard to hit. They're dodgy. The ambushers, the ones in ghillie suits, come with... shoot, what's that range defense thing on all of my archers? Anticipation. So they're extra hard to hit at range. And then they throw nets, like that, and then you're just like, God damn it, I hate these nets. These things are so annoying. Because it kills your initiative, they can't move, and it like cuts your defense by half while you're stuck inside of them. And then you gotta spend half your turn and a whole bunch of stamina trying to break free. And that's not even guaranteed. Every time you fail to break free, the odds of escaping increase. And see, like this, like, oh, I'm gonna get up into melee and start wailing on them. Nope, 2 of my dudes are netted, and all of them are falling back, throwing these dumb little bolos at me.
I mean, not really the most effective weapon. They're really there to be used on skinny legged animals to break their legs.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that they decided to go just for straight damage on bolos, but whatever. I mean, they're supposed to be tripping weapons.
I mean, have you ever actually tried to trip someone with bolos?
Hell no. When have
Not even the spiky ones.
When have I ever tried to throw a bolo?
I don't know. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
When have you tried to throw a bolo?
Camping.
Like, the closest I got to bolos was I got gifted a bolo tie. But we got a little lucky. We hit that goblin twice. Like, 2 arrows is enough to kill a goblin. These guys are barely armored and don't have exceptional HP. So if you can land hits on them, they die. The problem is getting to them and then actually hitting.
Landing... Fuck those... The nets are just awful.
Yeah. Like, 39% chance to hit that dude while ignoring his shield. Chisel Flail.
Yeah.
Just assholes.
And then the big problem with goblins is that they not only do they go first, but they tend to have much higher initiative, so they tend to all go at once.
Yeah.
So like someone will get netted, and then everyone else will shoot them.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a whole lot of opportunity to do anything about it.
And then the one that we did almost get into melee with had friggin' footwork to get away from. I think that was Napster. Yeah, Napster. So he was gonna get up there and cleave him, and is like, nope, just gonna step out. Goblins are assholes in the best of days, but given a whole bunch of rocky terrain and bullshit like this, it just makes them worse.
Set their ambushers up on high ground. They can limit your ability to actually chase them even well.
I think if this wasn't for the LP, I would have waited until it was nighttime for this fight, when everybody's ranged skill suffers. Because fuck ambushers. But this was like a goblin city, and there was a bunch of cool stuff potentially, so I wanted to at least show it off. Typically you want to fight goblins at night on flat land when you have a numerical advantage.
I mean, there is kind of the argument that fighting goblins in forest is okay. It makes it harder for them to run away and fuck with their ability to actually shoot.
That's true, all the trees and stuff that block lines of fire. I'm sure goblins though will find a way. So hey, remember that poison I was talking about?
Poison just sounds so mean.
The ambushers just... ambushers have a chance to... Not a chance to poison. They do poison if they do a sufficient amount of HP damage on any attack. That includes their knives, but typically they're only going to shoot. It lowers your AP by 3, and then... I don't know what's the term. Dissipates, dilutes over the next turn, so it lowers your AP by 3 the first turn, then 2, then 1, and then it's gone. And it also lowers your vision range, so in case they hit one of your archers with it, your archers can't shoot back because their vision range is now too short. Ambushers are total assholes.
It's even using a half cover.
Oh, it had a height advantage, so that should have been like a good chance to hit. Its height advantage is plus 10, but 21% chance to hit because they're so dodgy. They have anticipation. They're just so hard to hit with ranged fire.
Which is a shame because, you know, a couple arrows would kill them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You hit a goblin with a pair of arrows, they die. We did that to one of them earlier. It's like the third turn, and I'm just starting to get melee swings at them.
They're also not quite as flighty as you might expect. Like their resolve is pretty okay. It's not the best,
morale.
but it's like kill someone and then they instantly start breaking.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit. They're confident assholes.
Yeah. It can be worse if you get the goblin boss. Like, since this was a goblin city, I expected there to be like an overseer or something here, and they have a move kind of like Rally the Troops, like Archaro does, except it can boost them from neutral to confident, and Archaro can't do that. So Zenial is hurt at 18 health and maybe 41 body armor. So that's not great. Crap. So I need to get him out of there. He's got a big tower shield, but this is the other big issue with goblins. If they see a weak unit, they all have bows.
Rip.
And they will totally focus fire.
Well, I mean, they shot him because he was an easy enough to begin with. No reason why the others wouldn't continue shooting him.
I'm not entirely sure why they aimed at him after he got out of the net. Well, he's in the net, yeah, he's the easiest target, by far. But afterwards, he's got the big coffin shield, which is actually more defense than the regulars. But I don't know, they're assholes. They saw he was low on HP and took him out. Although goblins pretty much die in one hit with a flail to the head.
Arrows? Arrows you also don't like.
Yeah. If you can get lucky and you can get hits, goblins start dying quickly. The problem is getting those hits. Dealing with all the bolos and the nets and the poison.
even though you've killed a number of them. Still the fucking 5 ambushers.
Yeah.
They're already just these huge dickheads. People recommend packing dogs to deal with goblins, and it's not a bad plan. Mostly because you want the goblins to have something else to worry about. Maybe tie them up and stop them backing away.
I don't like dogs because it's at least 300 crowns for something that usually dies in 2 hits, and dies easily. I mean, it will tie up the ambushers for a turn or 2, but you're guaranteed to lose the gold on the dog. Like, they're not surviving.
Goblins know how to deal with dogs. They have knives for a reason. They're just gonna sit back on that cliff face at high ground and continue to be dicks.
Yeah. The AI is at least somewhat reasonable with the ambushers. Once their screen goes away, the ambushers tend to hightail it. They don't like being within 4 tiles of anybody.
Maybe they're just shy.
Can't get a clean shot on anything. I think goblins are one of the few enemies where I'm totally okay with the letting them run away when it says the battle's over, run them down or not. It's like, nah, just fuck it. I hate these things so much.
Because it's really unlikely you're going to catch those last 2. Got enough of a head start, and you don't have anybody who can even get close to them. Like that one up on the cliff, you can get next to him, sure, but you can't actually hit him from there.
Yeah, which means I can't stop him from just stepping away. And the poison. It's going to slow down pursuit. Another one there. Jeez. Just still flying.
They did not back off nearly as much as I thought they would.
Well, it's 4 AP to take a shot, or a quick shot, so they're going to move 2 and shoot. But they're still far enough away, I don't think anybody can base them. Yeah. And they've got the dumb rock in the way and the tree in the way, so I don't even have a good shot with my archers to try to do anything about them. I moved there and then realized, oh, that's 2 Z levels up. That's not stopping him from retreating.
Yeah, that dumb rock is just ruins the perfect spot for shit to jump in and get shanked.
Yeah. Well, at least the new cleaver is working out well. There's nothing better against unarmored targets than a cleaver. Assuming you're patient enough to let the bleed damage happen.
Wow, is that ambusher on 20 hit point?
Yeah, probably. But hey, we got a lucky shot there.
I mean, it's kind of like ghosts. Probably not going to hit. Take the shot anyways, because if you actually do hit, it's nice.
Oh yeah, there's either dead or injured or crippled. Oh, that's right. That goblin can't retreat anywhere because he's on a 2 elevation, and the only 1 elevation tiles are my guys.
Yep.
So I heard him screaming to retreat, but he didn't go anywhere.
Just for Final Fantasy Tactics, I would say just dash him so that he dies from getting knocked off the cliff. I don't think that does that in this game.
No, there is totally falling damage. I could shield bash him, and he would take falling damage from going down 2 Z levels.
Right, well, you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
The opportunity happens.
I suppose, but it's goblins, fuck them. Yeah, these guys.
It's like crowd surfing. You have to, always be alert for any opportunity.
Right, yeah. Always take a man off the pitch when given the opportunity.
Oh, running down.
No, I just...
No,
No, they're gone.
Never mind.
But hey, Zenio lived. Except his heart is in bad shape.
Yeah. 30% hit points is rough. He's still effective.
But
if you'd be willing to take the risk that you just lose his gear because he died. It's not like he's any worse a fighter because of that.
He can take less hits. He is worse a fighter in that sense.
Well, right, but you're at the point where it's very unlikely that anyone is just going to give one shot.
True. So I was really hoping for more loot here. This being a Goblin City, all they had was a silver bowl, but I think that's just because this was a contract-scripted mission and not a normal one. Not just like we rolled up here. The Jagged Pike, those are really, really good to get on, to get in the early game. I think they only take 5 AP to stab with, so you can move twice and then jab somebody. They don't do as much damage as a normal pike, but they do cause bleed damage. So those are really good early weapons.
I think they're actually pretty decent mid-game weapons, too.
Possibly.
Maybe not late game, but I think it's nice.
Yeah, it is. Right now, I think all of our 3 archers have regular pikes, so I'll stick with those over the Jagged Pike. Well, at least Zenio lived. Contract complete. We're going to head back home, and we'll see you in the next update.